Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Illusion Ranch in Alma, Missouri. Horses all getting up and stretching their legs, looking through the grass and stuff. Get one of them coming over for water. But anyways, they got plenty of food, and we'll be doing health checks on them a little bit later. But today, what we got to do is pretty simple. We're going to be working on our grape vines here with our very nice Kubota tractor. Got some grass to mulch up here. And then we need to come back through with the cultivator and kind of plow it under to some extent. So we'll see how we do. And get this all nice and lowered. I forgot, gotta turn it on. There we go. Yep, so working on getting this grass plowed under. Haven't done it in the spring so far. Been kind of busy. Coffee's been going very, very nicely, so that's helpful. Alright, we need to get a nice turnaround here. Ooh, doing a little grass cutting there as well. That's fine. It's easier than turning it on and off. We'll just leave it on. But we can go in between each field here. Dust is... I'm glad I'm inside this cab, I can tell you that right now. That dust is horrendous out there. Woo! Yeah, my sinuses would not like all this dust. I can tell you that right now. Would not be good. We kind of got to do every other vine here to be able to get it done correctly. So we're just going to go back and forth and work our way back up. So coffee, that's been doing pretty good. I got to show you some stuff on that. I also think I almost got Grandpa's old truck back working. And so hopefully you should be able to drive that around and be able to use that to take the horses to horse shows and stuff in future potentially. But we'll have to look at that a little bit later. So we're going to get all this grass nice and mulched up, and then we'll show you what we got going on the ranch. Work has been taken care of here. Go ahead and put our cultivator back in the shed here, and we'll double check what we got going on the vines here real quick. There we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright, pH value is a little bit low. Nitrogen's good though. Good to see. And grapes are growing, so that looks pretty decent all the way around. So we could always put on some more pH, it looks like. Alrighty. That's good to know. We'll have to come back and check on that a little bit later, but that's good information to be able to have for the moment. So what we get going on across the ranch otherwise is we got the old tractor. Still working on it. Haven't been able to figure out the problem, but still working on it. Hopefully we can get that fixed. We get everything else ready for grape harvest. But over here in the coffee is where we've really updated the operation a little bit. Spent quite a bit of money, but this is going to be a little bit more helpful on the long run. So what we got is some brand new bean containers. So we got our coffee beans growing. Let's see, we got water, liquid fertilizer, all that's good. But we got these new giant bean bags. Now these were pricey, but a little bit cheaper being able to just use these big bean bags, have them filled up with coffee, transport them over to the coffee shop, get them roasting, bring them back here, and load them back up as we go. A lot cheaper than having all those different coffee bean crates that we had been using, because that was getting a little bit on the expensive side. So there we go, we got 1,000 coffee beans in here. Checking out the water, looks pretty good. So all that's growing quite nicely, so good to see. And as you're going to see, we've been able to empty our storage of all those coffee bean containers that were kind of clogging us up. So all of those now neatly stored. And also we found that we could also get little honey pouches once we walk over here and be able to put the honey right into these. Oh, good night. Bees are coming out kind of viciously there. Sorry about that, guys. But taking a look here, we got ourselves over 4,000 liters of honey going on right there. And that's continuing to load up. So very, very nice. Now let me see if I can get this thing started. I've been working on this thing through the winter, and I think I've got it taken care of. But we kind of have to see now, don't we? So let's see what we can do here. Put the hood down. Let's see if Grandpa's old work truck will start up here. There we go. Sweet. Oh, yep. Listen to that new Ford engine. Man, that thing sounds good. Sounds like we might have a little bit of a tick. Might have to check what oil I'm using. Let me see here. Let me turn that off real quick. I'll check the oil. Yep, the oil is fine, so I might just need to switch that out and put some heavier duty stuff in there, because I don't like how that's ticking. Alrighty, I'll have to double check that, see what my buddies recommend, but definitely needs some thicker oil in my opinion. Brand new engine should not be ticking quite like that. So alrighty, we'll have to double check that. We'll go ahead and roll it back in. Don't want to drive it if it's going to do that. We'll switch out the oil a little bit later, but that's not what I wanted to hear. Interesting. So still a bit of a tick in the engine. This is a brand new one too. Put that down. We'll start it back up and roll it right back on in. But yeah, we will switch out the oil there and see if we see any flakes or anything. If not, we should be good. Might just need, as I said, some thicker oil. But yeah, I did not like how that sounded. Not the sound I was looking for. But I got the big boy. He's still doing really well. Gas mileage, not the best, but you know what? He gets the job done for me, so that's really what's important. But anyways, we got that set up, and it does start, and it does drive. But I'm not going to drive it around and run it until I get that oil switched out for something a little bit on the thicker side. Alright, let's head on over to the coffee roastery here, and I'm going to see if we got any coffee on tap. I don't think that we do. I think Miss Janeway's still working on getting stuff figured out, trying to make sure the roasting process is perfected. So we've gotten a few sample batches that we've been able to use in our own coffee. Tasted pretty good, so we're moving along in the right direction anyways, but I don't know if we've gotten any batches that we can actually, take to town. Let some of those people try. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright, it's currently coffee being roasted. We got about 658 liters done. We got plenty of diesel in there, so we're not going to run out of that. But yeah, take a look at the coffee beans coming out there. Look pretty good. Nice, so Mr. Jamie's going to obviously keep on working on that. And will let us know when she's ready to have us ship out some. But it's smelling pretty good. I like these pop-up Javalava buildings that coffee roasters are able to give us. Definitely helpful. Alrighty, so that's all moving along. Obviously we got our grape facility ready to go for once we get some grapes going. Mr. Jamie's also going to help us out with that, which is going to be awfully nice. Alright, let's get back on in here. I'm going to go check on the horses, see how they're doing. I think the stable should be nice and dried out from our sanitation, so we can always take some horses back in there if we need to. We'll just park the truck right here. Did a lot of cleaning, so after did all of the sanitation, went ahead and went through here and scrub-a-dub-dubbed as well. And everything's doing pretty good. We got plenty of food in here and straw for the horses, so that's good. Very nice. Yep, everything looks very nice in here. And we got plenty of food for them to eat when needed, so that's good. Go ahead and close up stuff. Obviously, just letting it air out here. Get our kind of an airlock system taken care of for the horses here, so that they're not going to be running off from us, and we don't want them to. But yeah, nice and clean in here. Yep, looks pretty dry. Got plenty of food in the stalls, so we are good to go on that one, I think. Sweet. Alright, we'll go ahead and shut up all of our doors here. That'll be good. There's a few horses that like to be out here in the open pasture with our road. Need to get the grass grow up a little bit more through here in the gravel. Let's see, how you doing, buddy? Alright, we got Bob. Bob is not a fan of being out in the pasture a whole lot. He likes being able to run into the run back on into the stable when he wants to. So we're gonna take Bob back, and we'll give him a few buddies as well. I think Goldfinger doesn't usually like being out here either, so we'll probably take Goldfinger back as well. But we'll let these guys get back to the stable and stay here, because this is where they normally like to be. normally like to be in here. Alrighty there. Alright, you good, boy? Nice. Alright, so Bob's gonna run around in there. I'm gonna probably sniff everything out and see how everything is, which is perfectly fine. I would do the same thing myself after something's been cleaned out thoroughly. I'm gonna check things out just a little bit. Alright, let's see. Where's Goldfinger at? Oh, how you doing? Yep, there's Flair. Absolute favorite horse. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Yep, he's doing pretty good. Alright, everybody's looking nice and clean. Winston, he's doing good. Got Glacier. Glacier's looking really nice. Getting some of that good grass. I mean, look at this stuff. This stuff is some good grass. It's growing good. Luckily, we don't have any weeds in here. But looking pretty nice. Hey, how are you? There's Wrangler. Wrangler looking good. Flair getting some of that good grass. And Goldfinger, we'll go ahead and take you on in. Alrighty. We'll let you spend some time with Bob here. Yeah, so Goldfinger, he's a little bit on the rambunctious side. He did tear up one of the stalls one time when he was much younger. So try to keep him as calm as possible. He's done better, but that's one reason why we named him Goldfinger, because he was a little bit too rambunctious for his own good. Aren't you, boy? Yes, you are. Alright, so Goldfinger's gonna get used to the stables again. And we'll get all this closed back up as soon as we get our last horse moved over. Let's see, who else do I need to put in here? Obviously, we don't want them eating all the same grass, because they'll get a little bit too, yep, they're gonna, oh, walk right through each other. Yep, that's basically the attitude I would expect. How are you? Ah, there's Liberty. Give me a Liberty. Now, Liberty's a sweetheart, that's for sure, but definitely likes alone time, does not like being around others. So we'll put her back into the stable where she can stay indoors. And I think she'll be the last one we put in here. Go ahead and let her check out the inside and see how she likes it. There we go. 3 horses in. We got a few still out in the field, but you know what? That's fine. Got all that good grass. But usually don't like keeping all of them cooped up in the same area unless it's winter time. And then for the rest of it, try to keep them a little bit on the spacious side. Let them have their space. Looking at potentially setting up another pasture at some point, just so that we have a little bit more room for all of them. But I think we're pretty good with what we have. As I said, got some grass slowly growing up here in the gravel. So this used to be the main road that we'd go straight to the stable. It didn't used to be a pasture, but there was so much good grass and trees in here. I was like, well, let's go ahead and do that, and I'll still have a road that I can come through here when I need to do maintenance and stuff. But hey, what's wrong? What's wrong, Wrangler? Nothing? You good? Okay. Yep, he's good. Check on the water here. Yeah, we got plenty of water in here. And plenty of food. The food is not going too fast, so plenty of grass, plenty of hay, plenty of stuff for them to be able to eat. So they're doing really good. So glad to see that. So, alright, let me jump the fence here real quick. And we'll check on our food supply over here real quick. I think it's doing pretty good. Yep, we got plenty of food stocked up for a while, so that's not getting out of hand anytime soon. So let me jump into the Ford here, and we're going to get this thing moved on over to that other shed. Alright. So as soon as I get that other tractor fixed, he'll be going in there. Alright, buddy, let me get you moved here. Alright, we're going to move the old International, just so he's out of the way. We haven't used him of late. Ooh, I also need to fill him up. We'll just park him over here real quick and get him refueled here a bit. There we go. So got the old International fueled back up. We'll just park him right there. Sweet. Anyways, I'm going to start working on this old Ford and hopefully figure out why on earth the belt's slipping and get that tension done. And we should have a perfectly working Ford tractor again. But, of course, that's what I thought about my grandpa's truck. So, we'll see how that all goes. But anyways, guys, that's it for today on the Illusion Ranch. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you guys here next time with some more Illusion Ranch action. Bye-bye.